All right, what we're going to look at now is something that students really often make mistakes with at almost every level. So we have 6 plus 2 times quantity 3x plus 1. Now what a lot of students do is add the 6 and the 2 and then distribute what would be 8. Now the problem with that is 2 is being multiplied by everything in the parentheses, and according to the order of operations we need to do multiplication prior to doing addition. So what we have here is a flow chart that is helpful in figuring out what you need to distribute. So here, is there a number in front of the parentheses? Yes, there is. Is there a negative in front of that number? No, there's not. So we're going to distribute the positive number. So we're going to take 2 times 3x to get 6x, and 2 times 1 to get positive 2 or plus 2. And like we do every other time, we're going to drop down anything we didn't use, which is that plus 6 at the beginning. So from there, we can simplify by combining our like terms. 6 and 2 equals 8, so this would be 8 plus 6x. Now if we look at the next one, let's go back to the flow chart. Is there a number in front of the parentheses? Yes, there is. Is there a negative in front of the number? Yes, there is. So we're going to distribute the negative number. So we're going to take this negative 4 and distribute it to x minus 3. So negative 4x, negative 4 times, remember that's a negative 3, so that's going to be positive 12. And then we're going to drop down the 8. We could drop down a plus negative 4x if we wanted to, but we can write this as, sorry, you don't know what I'm pointing at, 8 minus 4x plus 12 or 8 plus a negative 4x plus 12. Either way is fine. I'm going to combine my like terms again to get, 8 plus 20, 8 plus 12 is 20, and then minus 4x, or plus a negative 4x, whichever you prefer. The last situation on here, I didn't put an example of, but I'm going to go ahead and put one. So let's say I have 6 minus 3x plus 1. Actually, let's do that as minus 1. So now we need to look back at the flow chart, because this one throws people off a lot too. Is there a number in front of the parentheses? Directly in front? No, there is not. Is there a negative or a minus sign in front of the parentheses? And in this case, yes, there is. So there we're going to distribute the negative by multiplying everything by negative 1. So I'm going to put in a 1 here. And what we're going to distribute is this negative 1. So it's going to be negative 1 times 3x, which is negative 3x. And then we're going to go negative 1 times negative 1, which is positive 1. And then we're going to drop down that 6. Combine your like terms, so we get 7 minus 3x. One thing I want you to notice, when we distribute that negative, or negative 1, however you want to look at it, it changes the sign of anything in the parentheses. So a positive becomes negative, and a negative becomes positive. So that is distributing when we've got negative numbers or kind of complicated situations here.